All right, Aztecs, they lose to Grand Canyon. Obviously, last game, they were able to squeak out that win against UCSD on the road, Lion Tree Arena, great environment, came back. At points, had no business of winning that game, but they came back. And tonight, they found themselves down double digits, and they kind of tried to come back there. I mean, it was a 6-point game. 79-73 was the final. I got to give it to the GCU fans. I mean, that was like Duke that I was watching. That was like Cameron Indoor that I was watching. They were, I think, camping out before the game, running inside, just sending students up the student section. I mean, just an electric atmosphere. It was sold out. I mean, it was the most anticipated game there. Obviously, this season, you're welcoming in a team that just made it to the national championship game. You're in the WAC. By the way, I will give props to that one fan at the end that had that sign about Aztecs made it to the championship game, lose to GCU. That's WAC, W-A-C, because that's the conference they're in. I'll give them credit. They brought it. They really did bring it, and I knew it was going to be a tough game for San Diego State. If you thought coming in that, Grand Canyon, San Diego State's going to be able to whoop them, I don't know what to tell you. That just wasn't going to happen tonight. And San Diego State, I mean, it's not like they deserved to win this game. They didn't get good enough scoring. It feels like they're relying a lot on Jaedon LeDee, obviously, because he's their best player. And then Reese Waters as well. And when Reese Waters goes 2 for 9, 1 for 4 3-pointers, and then you go to Darian Trammell, and he doesn't make much of an impact really at all scoring-wise till late. And you look at the free throws. I mean, look at the free throw difference between San Diego State and Grand Canyon. Grand Canyon shot way better free throw-wise from the line tonight. And San Diego State went 8 for 25 from 3, 15 for 24 from the line. Late in the game, LeDee missed 1 of 2. Parrish missed 2 of 3. I don't mean to pick on those guys, but just little things like that, they add up. And then San Diego State, they allow Grand Canyon on one of the possessions late to just run the clock all the way down. There was a shot clock violation, so it was good defense, but instead of fouling, they just let a bunch of time run off the clock, and you lose by 6. Not good enough, probably from the line. And then little stuff like that, and you don't get enough from Lamont Butler tonight. 6 points. And Darren Trammell scored 11, but again, that was 11 late. Didn't do a whole lot for most of this game. They just got to get more scoring from other guys on this team. Good thing that this isn't a terrible loss. Losing to an unranked team, yeah, that's not what you want. But at least it wasn't at home where they did it. It was on the road. It was in a tough environment. And Grand Canyon, I believe, since this was a road game, I believe it qualifies as a quad 1 loss. It's not as terrible of a loss as it would have been to UCSD. Obviously, you don't want to lose the game, but the Aztecs, they're still 7-2. Sure, they're not going to be ranked, but I think we can all agree being ranked is not the end of the world. It's an opinion, right? I mean, we found that out with the college football playoff, with Florida State and Alabama and all that. It's subjective, and AP Top 25, that's subjective as well. All that I care about is them winning the Mountain West tournament, getting into the big tournament, obviously, getting into March Madness, making a run. That's what we all care about. It's early in the season. Remember last year, they had a tough loss in Maui against Arkansas. It's not like it was smooth sailing all of last year. So it's just part of San Diego State's story for this season. And hopefully they can rebound coming up against UC Irvine back at Viejas. It feels like it's been forever since they've been back at Viejas. But yeah, they need to be better, in my opinion, from the line. And they need more consistent scoring from other guys. Micah Parrish, 3 for 10 tonight from the field. He's got to be better. Darion, got to do more. I know he was coming off the bench tonight, and I know Reese Waters was, I think he had the flu, right, this past game. So I don't know if he still has that or if he wasn't feeling great. But, when Reese Waters doesn't shoot great, and Jaedon LeDee still scored 24 points, but they're relying a lot on those guys, and it just needs, there needs to be more production from more guys, I think, offensively on this team. So we'll see if they can be better coming up. But, you know, a game that they probably would have lost the majority of the time to UCSD, but they came back last minute. Jaedon LeDee with the putback. Would have lost that without it. And then this one, they were down by double digits, and they weren't able to come back. Outscored 35-28 in the first half. They outscored Grand Canyon here 45-44. Obviously, that wasn't enough, though. And there's a loss, and, you know, Grand Canyon, the students get to storm the court. Congrats to the Grand Canyon fans. I mean, they brought it. Definitely props to them for that.